Welcome to DU Digimon.
Hello and welcome to DU Digimon and welcome to yet another deck profile. If you're liking this content, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell so you're not missing out on any of the latest content. We are not looking at specifically an EX07 deck today. I was originally planning to try and do some sort of Three Musketeers video. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But I have not had time to learn that deck. So I figured doing a profile on something I have not learnt yet was probably a bad idea. So instead we're looking at Green Gatcha. Now I can't take full credit for this profile. I've made some alterations to it based on what I'm feeling, but ultimately I got a lot of inspiration from Digipanda's video on Green Gatcha. I believe from what I remember from watching the video, he basically has some friends who play Green Gatcha, and one of them discovered an almighty combo with Digimon and Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. And then he decided to build the deck, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. Digimon OP. Now, I freaking love Digimon. Digimon has been my guy all the way since Digimon World 1. And in fact, Digimon was the very first match on this channel. I've played it in Jank Tank as well. So it's a deck that I absolutely love, and I love working it out every now and again. So I figured I would also make some little things to it, make some little changes, make it my own a little bit, and see if it's any good. I don't know whether or not this is going to be better than Digipanda's build. It's probably just as Green Gatcha, but you know, I will put a link down in the pinned comments to Digipanda's video so you guys can see that as well. Chances are, if you've seen this, you will have seen that already, but I want to, share the love. I got the inspiration from there. Just seems fair. But anyways, this is what we've got. So I've got 4 copies of the BT11 Tanemon. So every time you play a Tamer, you draw one, which is really nice in this deck. And then we've also got 1 copy of the BT7 Koromon to reveal the top card of your deck and place it at the top or bottom of your deck. Honestly, I would be very tempted to actually bump this up to 4, because sometimes you really want this, but this one does really help with your consistency. You could also go for something like Gummymon, which is if you've got a Tamer in play, you draw 1. But I wanted to try the Tanemon out because this is what I always used to play when playing Digimon in Tyrannomon a while back. So I thought I'd give it a go, especially because this works really well in tandem with Angoramon from BT10. Now, Angoramon has the same effect of when you play a Green Tamer, draw 1 card. So it means if you've got Tanemon and you've got an Angoramon, you're drawing 2, not 1, which is awesome. And then when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you draw 1. And we do have ways of suspending the opponent's Digimon, so we are going to be drawing off that effect, which is really nice. We've then got the BT14 Kunemon. I just wanted kind of a generic searcher in this, and this seemed like the best kind of solution to me. You suspend this Digimon, and then you get to search any green card. Every card in the deck is green, so we can search everything with Kunemon. Only one thing, but we could search everything, which is nice. And then we've also got the Terriermon from the Structure deck. You get to play 1 Green Tamer card or 1 level 3 Digimon with Lopmon, its name, from your hand with play cost reduced by 2. Obviously, we don't have Lopmon in this build, but we do have a fair few Tamers, which we can play out with that effect, which is really nice. Then we've got the most pivotal champion in this entire deck, which is the Tortomon from BT7. You may reveal 1 Green Digimon card from your hand and place it on top of your deck to have this Digimon get 3000 DP for the turn. So obviously you're relying on this. The Koromon is kind of your backup for that effect, which is kind of why that's at 1 and this is at 4. But sometimes you might want to do that, have this more often, because you don't have this. But this is really good. It boosts you up. You get to kind of stack the deck so you can get your effects off properly. It's really good. Then we've got 2 copies of the Monochromon from EX7. I've kept EX7 in it somehow. This is just in here because it's cheap and it provides piercing. And piercing is good if we get blocked. So therefore, Monochromon good. Could it be something else? Probably, but I quite like it because it is nice and cheap, nice and efficient, and just a nice little keyword to have. Then we've also got 3 copies of the BT14 Togemon. This does the same sort of thing as the Terriermon. When you would play a Green Tamer card from your hand, you suspend this Digimon and you reduce the play cost by 3. So you do have to suspend it, unlike the Terriermon, but the reduction is more, so kind of works out. And then also, when you're Digivolving upwards, if you've got a kind of Green Tamer in play, you Digivolve, you reduce that Digivolution cost by 1, which is really nice. Then we've got one of the pivotal parts of the main combo in this deck, which is the Panyamon from BT11. Plays out your green tamers for free. Also could play blue tamers. We're not playing blue tamers. But with a playcost of 4 or less, so it can including your Mimis, which is really nice. And then the Inheritable is where we really get spicy. When you play another Digimon by an effect, one of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn, which is awesome. That's so good. You don't even know how good that is. We'll get to why that's so good, though. Then we've also got 4 copies of the EX07 Triceramon. I did go for this because in kind of way back in the day, you would play BT11 Metal Tyrannomon, which technically could suspend things more, but the second part of its effect is not as good as Triceramon. So Triceramon suspends one of your opponent's Digimon, and then that Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of the turn. So it's a nice stunning card. It's also got a really nice inheritable of when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top security card. So if we're swinging into opponent's Digimon, or if they try and block us, we're going to beat something over, trash their top of their security. Really nice. Then we go into the level 6s. We've got 2 copies of the Saber Leomon Ace from EX7. This I mainly put in here because it's one of the few aces that also, in green anyway, that also has an on play. So you could play Mirage. What's his name? Mega Gargo. That's why I had them in my head. Mega Gargomon Ace, but it doesn't have an on play. You could play Tyrannomon Ace. Rust Tyrannomon Ace, but that doesn't have an on play. Saber Leomon does, though, and what it does, it suspends one of your opponent's Digimon. If they have no unsuspended Digimon, this Digimon unsuspends, which is really nice, and that's a when attacking effect as well. And then the on play is actually one of your opponent's suspended Digimon, no, 2 of your opponent's Digimon, I believe, get minus 8k until the end of their turn. So it's a really nice control tool, and just a great addition to the deck. And because it's 7 play cost, we can play it out with the true star of the show, Digimon. Digimon is so good. He's one of my favourite cards from BT11. I'm a big, as I've said before, BT11 is one of the sets I've opened the most of. I loved BT11. It was kind of when I first started really getting into the game. I kind of was playing since BT9, but then did BT11. That was my first ever pre-release, and I've loved it ever since. But Digimon is kind of busted. I freaking love him. Reveal the top 3 cards of the deck. You then get to play 1 Tamer from the top of your deck, which is really nice. And then when attacking, for each green or black Tamer you have in play, you get to reveal the top of your deck, and then you play out up to 10 play costs worth of stuff. Up to 10 play costs worth of stuff, which means everything other than Digimon in this deck is playable off of that effect. And potentially you can play up to 2 things, possibly even up to 3. If you reveal 2 rookies and 1 champion, you can play all of those out. If you get to do one of your level 5s and one of your rookies, you can play both of those out. You can also do that with Saber Leomon because he only costs 7. The main thing you can do, though, Imperial Dramon Paladin Mode Ace, the level 7 of this deck, has a play cost of 9. When I saw that in Digipanda's video, I was just like, my lord, I cannot wait to play this deck. So I'm kind of doing this early, but I'm not planning on playing this in the next Jank Tank, which is coming out kind of end of October. But I might play this in Jank Tank again at some point. I've got so many decks I want to play in Jank Tank, though, so that's why I decided to do this profile now. I might make changes to the deck as well based on your recommendations, based on things that I test with, that sort of thing. But Paladin Mode Ace, fantastic. On play, when Digivolving, you trash the sources of every Digimon on field, and then you get to return one of the players' trash, so either yourself or the other players' trash, back to the deck. And if a white level 7 Digimon was in there, you then also gain 3 memory. And because we've got our own white level 7 Digimon, we can actually make use of that effect if we're returning our own trash, which is nice. Then we've got our Tamers. We've got 4 copies of the BT11 Tiger. Nice and simple, gives a DP boost, and when you're Digivolving into your level 5 or higher Digimon, you get to suspend it to reduce the Digivolution cost. Really nice. Then we've got the 2 copies of the BT1 Mimi, the goat of green Tamers. Always going to be good, always going to be great. Sets you to 3, lets you hatch stuff, move stuff out of the breeding area outside of the raising phase, all that sort of stuff. Really, really good. Absolutely freaking love Mimi. And then we've also got Izzy and Mimi. I decided to add this one in. I remember this was omitted from Digipanda's build, but this one's really good for green Gatcha specifically. So if you've got it out, if your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, you gain 2 memory. We suspend Digimon quite a bit, so we'll gain that 2 memory quite a bit. And then when you attack with a level 5 green Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer to then mill the top of your deck, and then Digivolve into a green level 6 Digimon. Because we've got Tortomon, we can then put a level 6 Digimon in there. It does mean that we then can't use the when attacking effect of Digimon, but it does mean that we could potentially go up into Saberleomon or go into Digimon or, you know, whatever really. We could kind of do some climbing up shenanigans, which is really nice. So I do still quite like Izzy and Mimi. Then we've got 4 copies of agility training. I really liked kind of Digipanda's reasoning for the agility trainings rather than Double Typhoon, and I must say I agree. Which is kind of, this could search things generically, and sometimes you need that cost reduction, whereas the Double Typhoon, for example, you could use that, but it's, you know, you don't get that cost reduction out of it. And obviously, because I'm not including Lopmon in this build, I can't remember if Digipanda included Lopmons in his build. We're not going to be using that Double Typhoon effect that often. But so agility training is better. And then I've also put in HPD, because HPD is one of the best options ever created. I can't even imagine a world where it was at 4. You know, I can't imagine where it was at 4, but we've got it here. But that's the deck. Let's jump into a game and we'll see how we do. Right, so we're jumping into a match. Let's see what happens. The opponent is going first. This hand's okay. Not ideal, but I think we'll keep it. Going up against some form of Vmon deck. So this could be Imperial Dramon, it could be Blue Armor. Either of those is going to be tough. And it looks like it's Imperial. Oh no, it's Armor. It is Armor. I kind of forget that both decks play this one just because that's inheritable. Always just assume it's just the Armor boys. Right, so we're going to go here. We're going to go 0 into our Kunamon. We'll then go 2 into Torto, just to get that set up. And then we'll go 2 into Agility Training. I'm going to add the Paladin Modes. I mean, this will be a real test, trying to see if we can beat, you know, the best deck in the format. Oh no, it's Armor, isn't it? Sorry. I literally just said it was Armor, didn't I? Oh well. Can you tell I'm doing this on my lunch break and I'm tired? And I'm rushed because I need to get back to work in less than 30 minutes. Oh dear, oh dear. So we've got the Davis out now. We've got a level 5. It's not the Panyamon we would have wanted though. And on top of that, when there's nothing to suspend, so I think we're going to end breeding there. They've got their own memory tamer out. Let's do a search for Kunamon. There's Panyamon. We'll have that. And then we'll go. It's going to give them 1 extra memory, but I'll go for Mimi. Have our own memory tamer at the start of next turn. There's Magnamon, sorry, not Magnadramon. That's a completely different Digimon. Go for a swing. They're probably now going to Digivolve up into the biggest, baddest boy of them all. Which is... Oh no, they're not going to. Okay. Okay. We might be able to bang. We might be able to go for it. Let's move on up. Let's go. Agility Training. Over here. Go into Panyamon. Play out the Tamer. It's a shame it's not the what we really would like, but oh well. We'll then go. Now here's the thing, because if we go into Digimon, they'll pass turn. So I think what we probably need to do is go in with this, into there. We'll do the reveal the top deck one first, the Koromon. It's Panyamon. I do kind of want to keep that there, so I will keep that there. We're then going to go do this. Oh no, I probably should have bottom decked it because I'm going to reveal top 3, aren't I? Never mind. Do this, gain a 3k, go into Digimon, free of charge. Then do this. That's 2 Panyamons we're now bottom decking. Ugh. That's not okay. Do that. Digimon comes out. We are going to keep those on the top because I just bottom decked 2 Panyamons, so we need this other Panyamon. So we'll have that. It's got the armor purge. Possibly could have gone into the Triceramon, I suppose, but they've then got that, which is unfortunate because I won't be able to go into that because that's not the armor purging one. If it was the armor purging one, then that would have been okay, but alas, it was not. Let's go 1 into Monochromon here, and then I'm gonna go 3. Actually, we'll hatch first. We'll do another draw. Hatch over here, draw there, and then I'm going to go 3 into Triceramon and suspend this Vmon, and hopefully they won't be going into Magnamon X. If they go into Magnamon X, we've got a problem. we've got a problem, and its name is unaffected by everything. And they've got the blue memory boost as well, so they might be able to do it. I'll do blue memory boost, go into a Magnamon, go into Magnamon X. They won't be able to attack with it, but unless they've got X antibody in their hands, if they've got X antibody in their hands, then maybe. So that's there. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're going to go into it. Oh, they're going Blinding Ray first. Oof. Oof. And then Golden Knight. Why is it Golden Knight's 1 and yet it's always freaking there? It's still in every hand possible. So now they will be able to attack in because they're going to be able to unsuspend. Be huge. They're going to attack into Digimon. I could blast, but we're not going to have the DP and we'll just lose the memory. So we're not doing that. They have, however, not triggered that twice. So that's okay. And we might be able to kind of muddy them up a bit. Now I've got the Shulin. Okay. So we get the 2 memory. We've got a HPD. I don't think it's going to be good enough, but we'll see what we can do. We're going to move the Terriermon out. We're going to go Mimi. Just so we can get another Tanimon and a Hatch to try and give us an extra draw. Not what we wanted. We'll then go 2 into Agility Training. Still not what we wanted, but I'll grab this Tortomon. We'll go... I could HPD? Do I HPD? I haven't got level 6 yet though, so I don't feel like we should. If I go... I'm going to go 2 into this Tortomon. Okay. And then... I don't want to use HPD now, but it might be useful. Let's go for it. I'm going to go HPD. Going to go into Triceramon on top. We'll do that. Suspending this one. Still didn't get it. Target that. It won't be able to unsuspend at the start of next turn. Then... do I risk it for Biscuit? Do I risk it for a Biscuit with this one? I think I'm going to. Let's risk it. I'm going to... reveal top 3. See if we can get a GG. GG! Go into Digimon. That'll then reveal top 3. Play out a Tamer. Very nice. We'll go deck top. I'll go in that order. So we get the draw from the Saberleomon. Then we'll do this. And we'll plonk a... We'll just plonk one of these Terriermons on the top for the minute. So we're swinging in. 16k. They might have an ace in hand. Nah. Oh. I just realised what I did. I'd suspended it. No. Oh, that was stupid of me. No, well. Silly, silly boy. We'll then just go Kunamon, I guess. Try and search. We'll grab Triceramon. I mean, it doesn't. It's not unaffected now. So, oh, but they're going into the Magna. That's annoying. And go under there. Give it the reboot. They might even have game if they attack in with this. Oh, they're going in with that first. Okay. Suspended that for Alliance. Let's go. I'm gonna blast into Saberleomon on top of my Triceramon. That will then... We suspend something to unsuspend. Give them both -8. This is not unaffected yet, so if it hits something big enough, it might die. But the Flamedramon is dead, so that's what matters. Oh my god! That's legitimately amazing! Ah, not enough though. It could have been... of course, it's an option that's going to really screw up Magnamon X. Timing with the battle, yeah, it will get bigger. But damn, it got huge. Somehow was up to, what, 23 because of the Alliance? That's kind of insane. Now they can beat over this. 16. They're at 15. I think we do it. We blast. We're not going to have our combo, but we're going to blast here because we're at 17k. Then we'll trash stuff. What have they got? What have I got? We'll go that because it'll go my trash. We've got an Imperial in there. Pass turn back to ourselves. Whoop whoop. So that will get to reboot and we'll have blocker. Which is kind of annoying. Let's get the 2 memory. Oh, I should have set 3 first. Oh, you idiot. Rushing. So looking at the time, you're like, oh, I need to get off soon. Right, so that hasn't rebooted. Ah, there we go. We won! We just beat one of the top 3 decks in the format with Green Gatcha. So, obviously, what would have happened there is we would have swung in with Imperial Paladin Ace, bottom decked that Magnamon, because for whatever reason it didn't reboot. Should it have had reboot? What is this one? Oh, yeah, because it lost the X antibody trait. LOL. So it lost the reboot from the lack of X antibody trait. So we would have swung in, bottom decked that, and then we would have 3, well, even more swings to keep going. So that's the deck, guys. It is really, really cool. We didn't really get to show off the proper combo in this one with the Imperial Paladin mode getting played out from underneath the Digimon, going from the Digimon effect, but it still shows the potency of this deck. We're going to leave it at that just because I need to get back to work in 15 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought, what sort of things we can improve upon. I'm already seeing a couple of things I might kind of improve on it. So, for example, the Kunamon is nice for that search, but I feel like maybe we could have better inheritables, like maybe Palmon or something like that in the deck to really get going. But you know, let me know what you guys think. If there are any of you green gacha guys out there, let me know. Digipanda, again, thank you for your deck profile that inspired this one. And if you're watching, you know, drop us a comment and let me know what you think too. But that's the deck. It's really, really fun, guys. I absolutely love it, and we just beat Blue Armor with it, so couldn't be more over the moon with that. But anyways, I'll stop rambling because I need to get back to work. Like, subscribe, ding that notification bell. We'll see you again on the next video. Keep it digital.